Here they come.
Your Highnesses, at long last I bring to you the new Baron and Baroness of mighty Caerthe, Rivka and
from the land where the dragon lies sleeping, comes before you Turlo and Adelaisa, Baron and Baronessa of Dragonspine.
Tempers our rambunctiousness a little bit, and only for a moment. I bring you now Wolfgang and Rowena, Baron and Baroness of Caerthe, keepers of the lid on the barrel of monkeys.
How's that working out?
Thank you.
Today, I have the honor of bringing Mistress Baroness Arkell, stag of these mighty outlaws, and most importantly, rightful owner of my tiny shriveled heart.
Thank you, everybody. Let's take a moment to thank the amazing feast and serving staff. Not only was the feast delicious, but it ran ahead of schedule, which is a feat in its own right. So with that beautiful occurrence, we decided to go ahead and start court a little early to get the event stewards a little bit of extra time to get clean up, and anybody that had a ways to drive able to get on the road a little bit earlier, we hope. So please, we've got a fair amount of business. Thank you for staying with us, and thank you for being here today. We love you all. Say we got all these new cups and nobody even take one. Hey there.
We have a tradition in the Outlands that having new people come and visit with us fills our cups and brings us joy. And so we in turn like to give you cups. And hopefully we can fill them.
We hope you've had a lovely time together, and we are very excited to have you with us. Come back.
It's always fun.
Thank you very much for coming. We really, really appreciate it. And thanks to those of you who answered our call for more cups. We were growing dangerously thin, and with this amazing turnout, we definitely needed them. So thanks to everybody.
Three cheers for our new friends and their entrance into the dream. Hip hip. Your Majesty's call for Nathan of Caerthe.
Hi, it's so good to see you again. This gentle has jumped right in and done just a ton of amazing things, helping with events, archery, just very quickly becoming just an indispensable part of this community. And we are so glad to have you as part of our extended family. And for that, we would like to thank you. And we would like to leave you.
To all who come by these letters, we, Simon and Arya, Ra and Ren of the Outlands, send greetings. Where it has come to our notice that through Divers' great efforts, Nathan has considerably enriched our realm, it is thus our pleasure to recognize these achievements with an award of ours. At this time, we grant all rights and charge such responsibilities the 60, being 2026 Gregorian, Simon Ra, Aria Red. The scroll is the work of Max, Yaz, Kokachin, Lydia, and Zoe.
Just very quickly, to have that level, that group of people team up on a scroll for someone this new to the society, I think that tells us all we need to know about this journey. So thank you, Nathan. We look forward to seeing so much more.
For war station, 3 cheers. Prepare. Their Majesties have need of Count Hark.
Our musicians have a sense of humor, it seems. Is there anybody that doesn't know what I'm about to do here? This is our old/new tradition with the basket full of toys, and Count Hawkerill has been kind enough to help us out with running the toys. And we generally have some very entertaining outcomes for this. So I would like to have all the children come forward.
All children present, please come forward.
Well, you know the Outlands rule, safety third. All right, so what we're going to do is he's going to take this basket full of toys, and we're going to give him a count to 3 head start, and then you guys get to run after him and take the toys away from him. And everybody gets a toy. Right? Right? That's a great deal, huh? Okay. Safety third. All right. So we're gonna. Go. Go.
1,
Juniors, the Drachenfall, Dragon's Claw and Gentle Dragon of Dragonspine, Kingdom Awards of the Stag's Blood, the Thane of the Iron Heart, the Legion of Gallantry of the Outlands, the Vanguard, and the Stag. Here comes a man of service and prowess. For your discretion, Your Majesty.
Herr Sixtus, have you undertaken to accept the accolade of knighthood that was offered you at Jotenstorm? Please do so.
Joy to have you by my side. You will follow me anywhere I know it, even through fiercest fire. You will always be my companion, but you can no longer be my squire. So I must release you to be a crowned man. You have from now, developed squire. Borne this belt with my mark upon it with great honor, and I would return it to you without my mark upon it, so that when the time comes and you find one whom you believe a wise and seasoned squire, who you believe can walk the same path, then they would wear it and do you much honor that you have done me, all of this dear lady, which you may keep it in trust for. Now go to your crown.
Bring forth the chain. This chain has passed from night to night throughout the ages in our kingdom. Let it now pass from night to night once again.
Your Earl Baron Sixtus has stone in gentle verses and silver plates. The hallmark of a true ancestral.
Queen would hear your words.
Your Majesty, Your Highness, Gratuity, Sengo Padre. And Signor Signore, my granddaughter, Princess of the Gentleman. I will speak to you. Little over 22 years ago, on the eve of the day that I was off, this man was asked a very interesting question. How high can his feet go? We will not go to what he was aiming at, but I will tell you in the time since how high his feet have gone. This man has gone to foreign wars. This man has led armies. This man has led baronies. This man has taken the time to make sure that our lands are taken so that people are able to have land to be there at war. He has taken the time to go before there to make sure that we have land to be at war. And then there have been times where he has not been able to be. He's almost not been able to be here with us today. His heart is here today because of how strong his heart is and how high his feet can jump. That is the measure of a man. You can jump leaps and bounds for this kingdom. And you will jump leaps and bounds for whatever you need to do for your friends, for your family, and for those who need you. Tragedy, but you are one of the greatest people I've ever seen. I am Master Person Bonder. However, 20 years ago, more than 20 years ago, I crossed the Barony of Caerthe. I was not Master Master Swordsman. I was just a youth from this kid. At the time, I did not know I met my fellow life. However, I knew from that very first day that he would be joining me for 20 years. After my recent education on the concept you might know of mutual assured destruction, you might not mention a lot of things. Mistress has always focused on martial aspects of the society. However, he has never wavered from wanting to be historically accurate as possible. I don't think it is a coincidence that he became a man-at-arms in the province from after now, or that he became a squire to another lord, to Garrett. All throughout his journey, Mistress has supported the arts in so many ways. He has donated materials for countless projects. When his mundane job took him to the furthest reaches of the globe, he would go to a museum and send pictures to individuals who were working on those exhibits. His respect for the kingdom's brewers is legendary. When we needed to improve our kingdom's presence at Vintage, he recruited artisans to make thrones and other items that could reside there year-round. I have seen him put in amazing amounts of research into his taking dollars. Occasionally, he even made it. Since it supports and honors the arts in so many ways, for many others here today, whether they be in their art or on the battlefield. I cannot think of a better hallmark of this.
Majesty, Your Highness. Lords and ladies, I am Miguel Sebastian de Oporto, Duke, Knight, and Mod. I was seized as Master of Defense for my friend Sixtus. Who here knows of Sixtus? For those of you with your arms up, you are lucky to have known him and to know him. And for those of you who don't, you should get to know him. I have had the pleasure of speaking for him today, but it's an interesting anniversary for me as well. For I fought my first tournament on this day in another kingdom on a 12th night 40 years ago today. In that time, I had the pleasure of knowing many, many a fine gentleman. There are few that I know better than this man. Of any peer, regardless of Master of Defense, Knight, Pelican, Laurel, new one. There are qualities that are sacred to all of them. Courtesy, genuineness, and that welcoming spirit. This man has them all. I have not been here long, so I count him one of my truest friends. He is so welcoming, so courteous, so honest, and so truly genuine to who he is. Not always what you want. Okay? Sometimes a little genuine, overly genuine. But this man is as genuine as you can get. But from a Master of Defense standpoint, why would I speak for this good man here? Because he is fierce upon the field. He has a heart of those that train. He wants to impart his knowledge upon others. He is resolute in what he says and who he is. And he is a master of his own mind. And you won't convince him otherwise. There is a famous street near Gulf Wars named for the bourbon that it has. And lo, this man could not be convinced to leave that street. Though many times I did try. He is a master of his own wild. He is his own person. He is an amazing person. I respect him, and by God, he is right.
Majesty, I am honored to speak to the valor of Mistress. I have known him for many years. His skill and courage as a fighter are well known, as is his service to the crown and his barony. I have known him as someone we can count on to support the archery community as we continue to grow. You will find him at various events throughout our kingdom, supporting the local group by his attendance, then telling everyone how much fun he had when returning home and encouraging them to go back with him the next year. I am pleased to have fought beside him in many battles over the years, and even when he distinguished himself, he always would say, "We accomplished this, never I did it." His acknowledgement of others and the selflessness that he shows is a virtue that is not often given so freely. I have seen on many occasions his loyal friendship and dedication to the FCA community at large, traveling throughout the kingdom and the known world, representing the Outlands with honor and pride. When he is in his home barony, he generously supports the Baron and Baroness as well as the populace. And if the people around him need help in any way, he is there for anyone who asks. Sixtus is also a strong example of perseverance, continuing to grow as a person through honest self-assessment and service to others. Even when adversity got in his way, it would not keep him down. Discouragement was always defeated by faithfulness and hope, bravely moving forward to achieve life's goals. This type of integrity is the foundation of valor. What a great example you have set over the years, Sixtus. Courage, leadership by example, honesty and fairness. These things we should all aspire to. I know that when you are elevated today, you will be a faithful servant to the crown and the kingdom and be a knight of the people. Your Majesties, on behalf of the Order of the Mark, we feel that the Honorable Lord Sixtus is a bright example of valor and support his elevation to the Order of Chivalry.
Royal Highness. It is well known that among men-at-arms, he who does more is most worthy. Especially those who go about undertaking such things as foreign wars. This is such a man. He exemplifies the character of a great leader and knows well that valiant lords bear the burden of teaching, inspiring those of other stations. In this way, he upholds the dream and the majesty of the crown. And not only that, he accouters himself well and knows to wear shirts of modest length. And in council, he knows what to keep hidden that must be kept hidden. Okay, we'll work on that one. He does keep company with worthy men and knows well to avoid the luxury of soft fabrics and delicate foods, for they might cause him to be unwilling to rise early in the morning when the sounds of tourney or battle present themselves. But this man knows better than those things. He is my friend. He is an inspiration to me, and he is most worthy of this accolade.
Gentle peers and populace, we thank you for your wise counsel. Bring forth light, the great sword of state. Maire Sixtus, you have been deemed fit for this high estate by your peers, and have indicated your willingness to accept this honor from our hand. Do you now swear, by all that you hold sacred, true and holy, that you will honor and defend the crown and kingdom of these outlands?
I will.
And we will honor, defend, and protect all those who serve us.
I will.
That you will be courteous and honor your peers, of the chivalry, of the laurel, of the pelican, of the defense, and of the mark.
I will.
That you will conduct yourself in all matters as befits a hero, drawing your sword only for just cause. That you will enshrine in your heart the noble ideals of chivalry, to the benefit of your own dignity and the greater glory of God.
I will.
Then, having sworn these solemn oaths, know now that we, Simon and Arya, by right of arms, walk and men of these outlands, do W with our sword lightning, and by all that you hold sacred, true, and holy. Once for honor, twice for duty, thrice for chivalry. Arise, Sir Sixtus.
Bring forth the belt. Accept this white belt, symbolizing the purity of your honor. The sign of the order of chivalry, and of your knightly rank and station.
Bring forth the chain. Accept from our hands this chain, passed from night to night. For each night is a link in the honor of our kingdom. It symbolizes your fealty to crown and kingdom. Take this chain and swear.
This day do I render homage and fealty to our sovereign lord and lady, Simon Aria, by right of arms, Rob and Grant of Young, who will from this day forward be my liege lord and lady. Following true and always, serving them faithfully, this do I swear, by my belt and chain, and by my honor, and by the high ideals, therefore I be next to this. So say I.
We accept your homage and fealty. Pledge to you that from this day forward, until the end of our reign, you are our liege man. That we will honor your order and defend your rights as a peer. And that we will protect the trust that you have placed in us, mighty with justice, tempered with mercy. Accept this chain, which shall symbolize your duty and your bond as a liege man in fealty to the crown of the outlands. Never forget the burden of this chain, and so you do not forget it. Bring forth the spur.
The honor of knighthood is in boldness. A knight must never show any fear. He must go forth with the heart of a lion. And these spurs will help you remember that. These were the spurs with which I was knighted many years ago. And Jose will give you one of them now. But this spur was last worn by a knight some 600 years ago.
Accept these spurs, which symbolize your devotion to the high ideals of chivalry and justice. Wear them honorably and proudly, and may they never be hacked off in shame or degradation. Bring forth the sword. Accept this sword, which shall symbolize your prowess at arms. Remember well, the sword of chivalry shall only be drawn in defense of the realm, or of those weaker than yourself. Wear it with care. Wield it. Let the scroll be read.
We, Simon, by right of arms, king of the outlands, perpetual increaser of the lands and roads, protector of the seven barons, and dispenser King of the Outlands, protector of the arts and of the schools of defense, publicly proclaim with this letter and make known to all, we have propitiously looked upon and remarked and considered the honorableness, the prowess at arms, the noble good habits, the virtues and intelligence, for which our and the Outland's dear faithful Duke-Share, Sixtus Crooks, is famous and known to our Majesty, and have further considered his faithful and useful services which he has rendered to our ancestors, as well as to us and the Mountain Empire as warrior, captain, counselor, and official, particularly his imperial service as captain of the ship Severa in defense of our beloved free imperial cities in the north of our land, and is striving on behalf of our imperial laws against the ferocious Danes. In these services he, Sixtus Crooks, has survived scorching fire and wrecking storms in campaigns, battles, and other good and great things for us and the Mountain Empire, as well as for our forebears and our beloved son and heir, the dread lord of our going. For these services we decree and determine by this imperial edict that we have bestowed upon the same Sixtus Crooks our special graciousness out of imperial power, and have further raised him amongst our nobility, naming him knight and vice regent. We do further grant him seat in our castle, and the knight's fee of the manor of Goodness, attending his seat in our land, and decree that he and his heirs may be henceforth known as von Buxus. This fee shall carry the service of one knight to be served in his own body, or by a knight in service to him. Should a true belted knight be unavailable, he may substitute 2 squires, 4 men-at-arms, or students of 21. In token of his imperial status, Sir Sixtus shall enjoy immunity from citation or summons to any authority before any tribunal outside of the limits of his land, saving only those authorities to whom he is bound by oath, and those subject to the authority of the crown. He shall have every liberty, privilege, honor, right, and justice as other of our imperial knights, including the bearing of arms in tournaments and affairs in earnest, and displaying said arms on banners, standards, tents, seals, signets, ornaments, and otherwise. We hereby confirm unto Sixtus these arms, viz. Her tail, or and bird, a chevron, coatis, counterchain, which have been registered with our heralds since the reign of Maelgwyn and Sabine, a fact which has been proved to us by creditable documents. This is our will, and let nobody dispute or hinder the said Sir Sixtus Crooks from enjoying and using these presents of our imperial graces. In documentation of this, our letter is signed with our own hand and sealed with our imperial seal, proclaimed in our Barony of Caerthe on the 3rd day of January in the 60th year of the society, the 39th year of the imperium of the Outlands, and the 1st of our reign, Simon Imperator, Aria Imperatrix, Andreas von Meissen, Whitestag, Principal Herald. This scroll is the work of the Honorable Lady Cecilia Catalina de Perez.
No words with Bavarian. In case that wasn't clear, no words with Bavarian. We're clear. Okay, go on, greet your peers.
baronial champions. Nice. Can't take them anywhere. One, got to take them back to apologize. Sir Caerthe was awarded our kingdom's Legion of Gallantry. Sir Caerthe has been long one of my personal heroes. And early in the reign, I was not certain when I would have another opportunity to convey this award. But at the time, we did not have actual Legion of Gallantry sashes. So, as a promissory, I gave Sir Caerthe one of my own white belts to keep until I made good on my promise. As I am a man of my word, today I make good on my promise. Sir Caerthe, you have the first of our new batch of these Gallantry sashes. Wear it with pride, and may you continue to be the beacon that I have known you to be over these years. Thank you so much.
Her Majesty's call, Nomolo. A representative thereof.
Germans.
Master Andreas, our time runs short, and we would like you to convey silver line to know with our thanks and our praise for everything that he has accomplished on the radio as well as his continued service here.
Let it be known unto all to whom these present letters shall come, that we, Simon and Arya, Ra and Ren of the fair and glorious outland, send greetings. Having heard much good of our servant Navalos, who has distinguished himself by his great skill with the rapier and divers acts of courtesy, we are minded this day to create him as a defender of the silver time as a sign of his great work. He shall receive all honors and privileges as are conveyed by this rank, including the right to bear the badge of the order to win. First, a stag entire pale-wise argent, a border and Vladimirovna, in testimony whereof we have set our hands this 3rd day of January, Anno Society 60, being 2026 in the common reckoning of years. Simon Ra, Arya Red. The scroll is the work of Lady Ayavada.
3 cheers for Lord Nomolo. Hip, hip. Hip, hip, hip. Her Majesty had need of Sir Nikolai Rare, Mistress Sharon of the Roses, His Excellency Tahir al-Razi, and Lady Sophia Rare.
Those of you that know Aglunder know that he is a man of many interests and many talents, and also just a lovely human being to be around. And somewhere in the middle of all that, he still finds time to please you Florence and continue to just be such a joy to know, and he's got a great haircut. This dear young man has just been such a wonderful addition to our kingdom and has given me personally so much friendship and joy and has just been a light. And we would like to recognize you this day with an
Simon and Arya, Hark and Red of the Outland, to all who come by these present three. It is our prerogative to recognize those persons whose constant excellence in the practice and teaching of the arts and sciences has enriched our realm. We do therefore take and admit Aglunder Thorolfsson to the order of the Argent Heart, that all may know of the esteem in which we hold him. We further grant him the right to bear the insignia of the order, to wit, first, a stag's head erased and affronted, argent, colored, and armed within a bordure and battled ore, to which we set our hand this 3rd day of January, Anno Society 60, the 2026 Gregorian. Simon Ra, Arya Red. The scroll is the work of Aiva Dyer.